dear student. How are you doing?
I'm fine, teacher, and you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Okay, my dear. Today we are going to start with a short activity. Please stand up. Okay. Do you know which verbs are? I mean, what are the verbs?
Yeah, that to exemplify some actions.
Exactly. Let's get started with some actions.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start the action and you will say what is this action for.
Okay.
Jump. Okay.
Walk.
Okay.
Run.
Or spin.
Run on spin. Okay.
Do you know this?
It's like a jump.
Yeah, but the hope, that is hope.
Hop.
Okay. Then I can see these words. You also can see this. If I start like this.
Skip.
No.
Turn around. Yeah.
No.
Stand.
No.
Dance.
Yeah. No, you will say the action and I will try to guess what is this action for, okay? So, let's start. Turn it around, yeah. Spinning around, yeah, yes, you get it.
Okay.
If I start like this, what is that action? What is the verb?
Clap.
Yeah,
Clap.
yes, let's get it. And also we have all another actions like this,
Okay. It's like a jump with a ribbon or something like that. I don't know.
and this is skip.
Skip.
Yeah. So make the action with me. So let's skip. Let's run. Let's jump. Let's walk. Okay, so what is these actions for? Today's topic is past continuous. There are actions that we made in the past, but were with an ongoing process. Okay, so past continuous. Take a seat. Okay. The function of past continuous is also related to the actions we made in the past with an ongoing explanation. So let's get started by explaining the structure. That is, I would like to know if you remember the past of the verb to be. Do you know the past of an is?
Was.
And are. Okay. Do you know the past of
Was.
was, exactly. Do you know the past of this? Was, exactly. You're smart. And this for plural.
Were.
Good. Well, you know that you, they, and we have he or she and they. So also we have to take into account this structure, that is subject, this is the subject. Let's get started with affirmative. That is subject plus past, the verb to be in past.
Okay.
And also an action verb. And you will wonder what is the difference between past continuous and past simple. Okay, this is an easy process. This is for actions we made in the past, but they are still not, well, they are not going in a ongoing process, okay?
Okay.
So keep an eye on that. However, this is not an addition. So do you remember ing, the ing verb form? What is this for? Do you remember this when you're so present continuous?
Yeah.
So you just need to add ing for the action verb.
Okay.
So could you please provide to me a verb?
Okay. Like the examples for as a reference of jump.
Yeah. So what do I need to make this continuous, progressive?
Just add the ing
Where? At the end or at the first?
at the end of the
Exactly.
verb.
Jumping. So also we have the complement. That is the addition you want to make to.
Okay.
So complement. Let's make a sentence with this. So
He was
he was
jumping at park.
Park. Good job. So let's get started with a plural form. What do I need to? What is the subject?
Plural. They.
They. And what is the verb to be in past?
Where.
Okay. Another verb.
It.
It. And what is the addition?
Ing.
Ing. Good job. What?
They were eating some candies.
Excellent. So you have this. So also past continuous is also, this is something that you need to take into account. There is some tips I recommend you to use, that is to tell histories or tales. So usage for narratives in past. So this is something that you need to take into account. Also, another usage to give explanations of actions you made in past. And also for descriptions. Okay, so please choose a verb and I will create a sentence with those sentences, okay?
Okay. The verb is Paul.
How do you spell it?
P-U-M-M.
Okay, so what is our subject? With I.
Okay, I was
Okay,
bowling.
ing. And what is the component?
The rope.
Great. So, tell me something that you did yesterday. If you want, or if you don't know, you can tell it in Spanish and let's give it a try.
Okay, yesterday I was playing video games with my friends.
Yesterday, comma, I was playing video games with my friends. Great. And this is something that I need to give explanations to. These are past connectors. This is something that you know by your own, but this is something that we need to take into account. What are these past connectors for? This is something to start the explanation or even to play the situation in past. So we have yesterday, we have also for when you say the hour at 9 p.m. I was da da da. Also, 2 days ago, well, 2 days.
Can I say in the morning? For example, in the morning I was eating my favorite food.
Yes, but this is something that could be for the description. Well, the recent the recent description.
Okay.
So it's a good description. So now and you have the idea. Tell me what did you do in the morning?
Well, in the morning I was eating my favorite breakfast.
Eating my favorite fruit. Eating. Breakfast. Well, when you have the breakfast, we cannot use the verb eating.
Okay.
We need to use the verb have. I
Okay.
was having my favorite breakfast, okay? So keep an eye on that. So you had a good idea, but do not worry, okay? So the idea is to use have. But do you think that could be correct screaming, writing this like this?
No, we need to erase or get off the letter E.
Yeah. As you know that when we have vowels, well, do a vowel, we need to take off the E and replace this by ing form. So you had a good mind. So
For example, if I want to say in the afternoon, I need to say I was having my lunch, yeah? I
Yep.
was having my lunch?
Yes.
I was eating, no,
No.
having my lunch.
Having a lunch.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's get started with some activities. So I'm just going to erase this. And I just need you to pass in front of the board and take my marker, and you need to choose any of those verbs. And write the verb. You have to highlight where is this ing located.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's create a sentence with that. You should use she.
Okay. She.
At her or at her mom.
Okay.
She was a bit disrespectful.
At her dog?
Yeah. For the dog. So you got it? So let's get started with some extra practice. So I'm just going to write down some sentences. Okay, I'm just going to remove these two because this is something that you could be tricky on. So take a seat please while I write the sentences. So I thank you, my dear. Okay. Here. Okay, Sebastian, please. pass on the board and complete the situation, okay?
Okay.
So here you will need to fill the gaps with the verb or the past verb that fits the best. So you will need to wonder what is this for and also complete the other ones. And here you will need to pass the present continuous to past continuous, okay? So please let me know if you have any doubt. So
Teacher, for example, if I write down I, it's correct, or I have to write always I
yeah,
in the capital letters?
the capital letter is always active in I.
Okay.
Please, may you write down here an R? Please, I was mistaken. Thank you. So continue. And also you will need to take the context that fit the most.
One part I want, yeah?
Yeah.
Like the example.
Jumping, yeah. No.
Well, I always the past, yeah. The same verb. Complement.
I was pulling here her, so let me check. This is correct. This is correct. Yes. Also correct and also correct. Good job. So let's remove this. Let's erase. Now let's move on for negative and integrative form. Okay?
Okay.
And so we need to take into account this structure for negative. It is is almost the same but not at all. So you will need to take into account the subject plus the verb ing. I was mistaken, I'm sorry. This is the verb to be in past. Well, this is more simplified like this, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Was word. This is the verb ing. And also, I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with me. We need to add the note, that is the negation. Okay? If you don't have this not, this is an affirmative sentence, okay? And also, yeah, finally the verb ing. So let's make this easier to understand. Plus, and complement. So, give me another, I don't know, another verb, and also the subject, okay?
Okay. The subject could be she.
She. What's next?
Okay. Well, was.
Okay. What's next?
Not.
Yeah. Next. The verb. ring.
Ring.
What?
A terrible secret.
Wow. A terrible secret. Terrible secret. Finally, we have the interrogative form that you need to take into account the structure that is different to affirmative and negative. So we will start with the was word with caps, yeah.
Okay.
Now let's move on for the subject. Now let's with the verb ing. And complement. Okay, so let's do that with they. Where they give me a verb.
Love. Love.
Love. What is the rule?
The ing.
Ing. Do I have to write down the e?
No.
Okay, great. So ing. Were they loving what?
Whether loving me.
Great. Self-esteem. So, let's wrap up the class. What are the usage for a past continuous?
For narrative.
Yeah. What else?
To give descriptions.
Yeah.
And explanations.
Great. Do you remember the difference between past simple and past continuous?
Yeah, the past continuous is used when you want to talk about I don't know, an action that start in the past and not going right now.
Okay. And past continuous as for action back?
Past simple is just for action that start in the past and end in the past.
Yeah, great. So, my dear, is any question you may have? Is everything clear?
Yeah, I have two questions.
Great, go ahead.
The first one is we need to add that symbol. I don't know how to say that
Oh,
symbol.
yes, I really forgot that.
I don't know how do you say that symbol?
The question mark.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Question mark.
plus the question mark, yeah, in red. Remember this. Thank you so much for that, my dear. So, yeah.
Question mark. And the second one, if I have to say, I'll have to tell someone a negative question. How do I say a negative question?
She was not.
Yeah, but but it's a question. So for example.
Well, when you have combined it, so this is something that this is not usually at all, but this is something that you may face sometimes. That is, let's get started with was plus not. Then you continue with the structure. With the only difference is like this is another addition over here, and then you continue with the structure. That is subject plus verb plus complement, and finally then question mark. So
Okay.
So that should be all for our class. So for homework, please make 5 sentences by using past continuous, and also bring 6 sentences use it with present continuous. Okay,
Okay,
so that should be all, sir. There.
that's it.